we are with Emma Plasschaert from Belgium, one of the most successful EurILCA 6 sailors, who's also a world champion, and she agreed to be one of our sustainability ambassadors. So first of all, thank you.
Thank you for asking me.
So I think we always know that there was a problem with the environment, and we know that plastics are bad, and there's climate change and everything. But what was the moment for you that made you realize, okay, we have to do something about this?
That's a good question. I think the moment it really struck me was when back in Belgium I got asked by the United Nations sustainability program to play a role in Belgium, and that was the moment where I really started to read up on it and have a look into the real effects of what climate change and everything we're doing is influencing the change of weather. So I think that really was the moment, and I can also sense I've obviously been around for quite a while. I've been sailing for 10 years in the laser, and I do notice that the weather patterns are really changing in the venues we usually come at similar times, and it really shows me that something's really off, like something's not normal. It's not like it used to be for the last 30 years. So I think that's really starting to sink in more and more. Yeah.
You and environment, okay, that's very cool. And since you read so much about it, what was the most surprising thing for you, like about the effects that we have on the planet?
I think just the delicacy of the eco balances in the sea and in the oceans, how they can really influence everything about climate change. You would think, it's just in the ocean, maybe it doesn't have that much of an impact. Obviously the temperature rise, that's an obvious thing, but also just having less biodiversity and all that, and the streams that provide fresh food for animals, and then all of a sudden they don't, and it's really quite intricate, and there's so many different parts that play in this whole big problem. Yeah.
So now that you know that sustainability is way more than just plastic pollution and not using single-use plastics, what do you do to be more sustainable?
I try to do the little things. I think really try and make sure there is no food waste. I try and buy things without plastic. Try to those are very obvious things, but then also really just trying to cut down on my energy consumption, so try and really not heat too much, and all these different things, because I'm not, for example, I live in an apartment building. I don't have the say in it to go, let's put solar panels, let's do this. So I really try to put like other things forward. Try and take my bike as much as possible, use the public transport. We do realize that as a sailor, we have quite a heavy carbon footprint. We fly to a lot of places. Our boats have to get to places. So the Federation really is trying to, out of a money aspect too, but also out of an environmental aspect, to really cluster it as much as possible to make sure we don't have too much fuel that we have to use. So it's more things like that, and then try and create some awareness within Belgium to help people do the same thing.
Okay, that's great. So you talked about our carbon footprint as the sailing regattas. So in what aspects, and if you want to talk about carbon footprint, that also okay, you think our regatta system and sailing world is usually not sustainable, and what do you think as sailors or organizations actually can do about it to make it better?
That's a good question. I think organizing transport for people who may not have a full team, and then having this, this one container that is fully stacked, first of all, so no empty containers, not like sending 2 ribs somewhere. I think that would already do a lot. I think, we are a global sport, and we do go and sail, in different places. So if we can make it this way, where maybe we can rent more easily and less expensive at some places, so we don't send containers over unnecessarily, I think that would make a big difference. But other than that, unless we move from our ribs from fuel to maybe something more sustainable, I think that would be a big change for sailing. If everything's just hydrogen or something, I think that would be nice. But I think that's maybe too far ahead maybe in my career as a sailor. I don't know, but maybe after, you know, I definitely think that's possible.
You made a very good point, and at the end, I would say if we don't have the idea first, we're never gonna.
That's true.
Reach the end.
Yeah. Well, I think SailGP is doing quite a lot of around sustainability, and I think we can really learn from this. Obviously, they might have bigger budgets, but that doesn't mean that we can't try and adopt the same philosophies.
So now, as EurILCA, we don't use stickers anymore. We start to change to mask socks. We are trying to have the sustainability requirements. So I would say, what do you think about the program, and is there anything you would like to see more in the events?
I think it's great. I mean, it's such a waste, but there's things that also can be changed within the class. For example, the stickers on our sail. Like, do we need to have such long numbers? Can we cut it down? It would make it easier to stick, and it would mean less stickers. So there's some stuff like that where you think, oh, you know, can we maybe do that a bit different? I think, providing drinkable water at venues is really something great. For example, at our World there was this big ton, and then you can fill up there. You know, all the water here is drinkable, so you can do it from the tap. So I think stuff like that really does make a difference, because if you don't have access to it, then it's very easy to bring in plastic bottles and no reusable ones. But yeah, I think it's great that we're not having stickers anymore, because the amount of times they end up in the ocean and they wash off, and yeah, that's really a good thing that we can ban those. Yeah.
Okay, and last question. If you could give one advice to sailors to be more sustainable, what would it be?
Ask your coach not to drive around too fast and be the motor a little bit more slowly around the race course and save some fuel. Maybe that would be like.
Fair enough. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.